Ain't it a winter's coming on? I can feel it in my bones, bones, bones.
Every dream we had is leading down the rusty road.
Are you gonna do any material from the new upcoming album today?
Yeah. We're gonna do a Gordon Lightfoot tune for you guys. We've been working up. There's a lot of great bluegrass covers of Gordon Lightfoot. You know, Tony kind of put the stamp on that, but
Sure.
I think Frank maybe brought this to the band, but we're gonna do a version of Sundown for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I can see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Was looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, but she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning, when I'm losing again. She was looking real fast in her faded dream. She's a hard-loving woman, got me feeling so mean. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning, when I'm losing again.
Slocan Ramblers, we are live in Studio B. I like that little bass at the end there. That little flourish. That was cool. Yeah. He was a phenomenon, wasn't he? I mean, just, golly. You know, guys like Gordon Lightfoot, John Prine, you know, some of them are just like, you know, way up here, you know. Can't help yourself. You want to do their songs, right? Did you guys ever get to meet Gordon Lightfoot?
Yeah, actually, I met him at Mariposa, the Mariposa Folk Fest. He kind of always shows up, and like, you know, this is maybe 10 years ago, and I was kind of backstage, And I just thought, like, I'm not going to go up and say hello, you know? And actually, I went to high school with his son, Eric. He's a little bit older than me, but I just remember he was like the best drummer in school, you know? And like he had an awesome band. I remember really enjoying them. So I kind of used that as an in to, you know, to meet him. And I was like, oh, I went to school with your son, Eric. And then like within 10 seconds, somebody was already asking him something, like he was getting swarmed. And it was a pretty quick interaction, but...
Yeah.
I also remember another time there's a Gordon Lightfoot tribute show in Toronto at Hughes Room, and he showed up. He just like walked in and played a bunch of tunes, and that was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Talk about something you're sorry you missed. Of course, I couldn't have been there, but that, I mean, you know, just thinking, you know, and it's funny what songs evoke. I mean, all kinds of things for me, because I'm an old boomer, and listening to you guys play that tune, I could see the label of the 45 after I bought it brand new. You know, it was just, wow. You know, can't remember why I walked in the kitchen last night, but I mean, I can remember that 45 of Gordon Lightfoot from the 70s. So I guess that's just the way life is, right? All right. Once again, Slocan Ramblers performing for you live right now, and you can see them performing live for you tonight if you so desire at the Wortham Center for the Performing Arts there in Asheville. And then tomorrow night, they're going to hang around and move over to Cornelius to the Kane Center for the Performing Arts. Have you named the new album? Did I ask you that earlier? We talked about you're working on it, but not a working title yet or anything?
Yeah, we'll just say working title is a working title for now. It's being mixed as we speak. And,
wouldn't it be funny if it came out with that as the title?
Working title.
It's not a bad idea.
I think the plan, working title was really just the Slocan Ramblers featuring, like, with special guests.
Okay.
And we were maybe going to do, my idea was Special Guests Volume 1. Because it was such a fun way to make a record. We figured there's so many amazing musicians and friends we have we'd love to record with. So maybe this is just my idea. I'm springing it on the band now. Maybe if you put a volume, if we put a Special Guest Volume 1 out there, then it tells the universe that there has to be a couple more volumes coming out. And I think that would be
manifest that.
I think that would be a good thing. So we'll say working title is
okay.
That. And yeah, I mean, it's being, you know, mixed and mastered now, so we should be getting some stuff out real quick. You'll be the first to know here at WNCW for sure. So,
yeah, well, I got to play you guys even more often a few years ago when I was hosting the Merlefest Radio Hour. We had that on for about 3.5 years, I guess, and when Merlefest cut it off. But, you know, that was an opportunity to play, you know, lots of folks like you guys who had graced the stage up there. And I remember when you guys won the IBMA Momentum Award in 2020, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was the COVID year. Yeah,
the COVID year. Yeah. Wow, something good in that year. But I remember thinking, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I remember thinking, well, it's about time. I mean, when y'all won that, I thought, okay, you know, it took long enough. But I think that about quite a few awards that go out. But, you know, sometimes, you know, you got to understand the way things move in these award show awards organizations, I guess I should say. But
it was really awesome to be recognized. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, that was awesome.